Hello and welcome. Just want to say congratulations on taking the step to grab this video course. My goal here is to help you understand how to kickstart your book to bestseller status in depth. Now, I'm going to make this as simple and straightforward as much as possible so that you're able to implement and take action without being overwhelmed. So let's get started. This is video 1, introduction, and just a quick overview. We're going to cover the videos themselves and give you an overview of that so you know exactly what to expect. And when you begin to implement this, you'll be able to do it at a faster rate. We're going to go over mindset. I want to make sure that you are in the right mindset before you get started. General strategy and what you need to get started. So this is video number 1. Video number 2 is going to be on conversions basics. We are going to cover proofreading and editing, as well as book cover conversions. If you haven't done this already, you'll need to make sure that you do this. If you haven't done it because you haven't launched it on Amazon, then great. You'll be able to understand this for your book now that you're doing or your future books. Video 3 is categories and keywords. We're going to cover how to pick and choose the correct 2 categories and 7 keywords. And to understand this, I am going to basically explain the concepts through PowerPoint slides. And then I am going to jump from that point to show you step by step over my shoulder screen capture videos so that you know that each and every one of these videos I'm going to do my best to explain the basics and then jump right in so that you can see step by step what to do. So I want you to be aware of that. Video number 4, we're going to talk about reviews, what you should do and what you should not do. What you should not do to avoid breaking Amazon rules, because the worst case scenario is you do something that Amazon doesn't want and they basically take down your book. So you still are in a way under the realm of Amazon and they still have control over your book, even though it's self-publishing. So video number 5 is social media. Number 6 is book social networks. Number 7 is book blogs. Number 8 is giveaways. Number 9 is your buyer's list, which is crucial. A lot of people tend to forget that. Mindset. A lot of book authors, maybe you, have thoughts, build it and they will come. That kind of mindset you've got to get out of your head. This is self-publishing, so you have to do pretty much everything. And also, you're basically your own business owner. Now, while Amazon has their marketing system that works really, really well, you still have to give it a jump start. And I'll show you how to do that. The first thing you'll need to do is focus on increasing your conversions first. It's very, very easy for us to jump straight in to trying to drive traffic, trying to get people to our site. But the first thing you want to do is focus on conversions first. Basically, what that means is that when people grab your book, or they're about to grab your book, or they're on your landing page thinking if they should buy your book, that's all about conversions. How can you appeal to them to a point that they really want to take action and buy your book? Or while they're reading your book, how can you retain them from getting a refund? So that's all about conversions. Once you have mastered that, which is very simple and very basic, we can move on to focusing on driving traffic afterwards. But I want you to get in the right mindset that you cannot just build it and they will come. You got to focus first on increasing your conversions first. Then focus on driving traffic afterwards, not the other way around. A lot of people get confused or they get really excited and focus simply on driving traffic. People come to their book, they think, nah, I don't really want it. Or they buy the book, in worst case scenario, they buy the book and they want a refund. So we want to be able to do 2 things, convert and retain. So here's the general strategy. Step number 1, we're going to basically cover editing and proofreading first. This is part of retention, because when somebody is reading your book and they feel like your book is not grammatically or spelling correct, then they may return the book. Some book readers are very, very picky like that. So I'm going to show you how to outsource that so you don't have to do it yourself. Step number 2 is book cover conversions. People do judge a book by its cover, and unfortunately that is the truth with Amazon books as well. So we want to make sure that when people see your book, they know exactly what it's going to be about, but it appeals to them and grabs their attention so that they take action. Step number 3 is the marketing blueprint. And as I showed you earlier with the video's overview, exactly what all those are going to be: the social media, the social networks with books, book blogs, and more, your buyers list and more. And that brings us to building your following. A lot of book authors think, okay, I'm going to drive a lot of traffic, that's it. Going to make a lot of sales, that's it. Well, what about the people that read your book, that really like your book, and want to keep up to date with you if you launch a book in the future? How do you go about doing that? I'm going to show you how to do that. And then, of course, once you have done that, when you release your book after that, a new book and a new book and a new book, you can simply rinse and repeat. The next thing you'll need is your book ready to be released in your best shape. And when I mean in your best shape, you've done all you can to fix it and resolve it and things like that. You're going to need to have money for editing, proofreading, book outsourcing in terms of book conversions, the book cover, and time. And you got to do this wisely. You don't want to spend tons and tons and tons of money. My goal here is to show you the cheapest routes, but the cheapest in the sense that you get the best quality. You still want the best quality for the cheapest price. You're going to need the internet and perseverance. And with that said, let's move on to video number 2 and cover conversions.